Hey folks, this is Matt Rainwater, and today we're going to be reading episode 48 of Trailer Park Warlock. The title for this episode is The Crack of Bael. And picking up from where we were last time, we're about to see Coup Mortel. We're going to see how the game works. We're going to find out what's going to happen with Plantu and Revenstone here in just a moment. So let's get started. The rules of Coup Mortel are simple. Whoosh. No player may pass the midway point. Whoosh. A bloodbind is positioned in each cardinal direction of the arena. As per the rules of Coup Mortel, the challenger must offer 4 bloodbinds as a testament to their resolve. As such, Jacques Plantu has offered his notorious Wildcats. So, Plantu was the challenger, right? So he has to, as the announcer just said, all 4 Wildcats. And we're about to explain what bloodbinds are, but I'll just do, because I think this was something that a lot of readers kind of got confused on. Basically, and like I said, the announcer is about to explain this again, but I'm just going to explain it twice. Basically, there are multiple ways to win/lose in Coup Mortel, but one of the ways is if one of the bloodbinds gets injured. So the bloodbinds have a little shield over them, and so you kind of get like one free hit, right? Because after the shield's gone, they now are in danger of being wounded. So anyway, let's go forward in the story. Each bloodbind is allowed 1 free hit from any player. After the first hit, protection is dispelled. If any bloodbind is wounded, the offending player immediately loses. We gotta do something, Bev. Jake's gonna get killed. Each player is allowed the use of 1 offensive spell, the Crack of Bael. So, the Crack of Bael is... what did I say? I talk about this in, what's it called? The season 2 wrap up, and it's basically just like an offensive spell. Each player is allowed 1 defensive spell, the Palm of Lucifuge Rofakal. I'm basically repeating myself, so I apologize, y'all. Each player is allowed 1 casting weapon. If their weapon is destroyed, the player is immediately disqualified. So as we see here, Revenstone's wand, essentially, is her hairpin. Got that grapefruit I asked you to bring. Unless either player is disqualified, the winner is determined by the last left alive. Finally, a tribute must be offered by both players in the event of their defeat. Plantu has offered all assets of his estate, including Red State Casino and its affiliate assets. Madame Revenstone has offered all assets of the First Abyssian Church and its affiliated assets. I misspelled assets right there. I'm going to have to fix that later on. For the protection of the audience, a shielding spell has been applied. All non-players will now leave the arena. Merci beaucoup, Anton. It has been my honor, sir. The sigil's got me out of a couple tight situations, Bev. Oh. Hey, so just a little bit of commentary here. This reads, or at least the way that I read it, I read Darla's bubble before I read Bev's bubble, and I want Bev's first. So, solution here. Bev's bubble needs to just be placed a little bit higher than Darla's. So I'll have to go back and fix that later on. So anyway, let's reread this panel as I originally intended. What are you doing? The sigil's got me out of a couple tight situations, Bev. So now let's see those grapefruit. After you. And they step through a portal. Now let the game begin. See Plantu, Revenstone, having a little standoff. What the hell is the plan, Darla? I'm diving into the arena after Jake takes his first hit. If I signal you, throw me the grapefruit. You think you can break through that barrier? I don't really have any option but to try at this point. So Pontu attempts to make the first move. Shoof. Something's wrong. The Daywalker magic. And Revenstone takes advantage of this. Zrack, crack. And Pontu takes the first hit. And is it the last hit? More next episode, right? So some thoughts. Next episode and the one after that are the two wildest episodes, at least in terms of, well, I don't know. The snake battle was pretty wild, but I think these next two episodes are on par with that too. I definitely had moments in writing this season where I just wanted to have like some wild action scenes, and then I get that hair up my ass every once in a while where it's just like I want to do some kind of wild action scene. I did that too in season 3. It's the trick is to do an action scene where it actually makes sense in regards to the overall plot. I looking back, I don't know if I really feel like the snake. Okay, so the snake battle serves two major points to the overall story. One, it illustrates how just uncaring Pontu was, and is to a certain extent. He's willing to just send old assistants out into a potential situation of just getting killed, for purposes of profit. And then the other, that might be the only actual. That's the only actual point that I feel like that scene serves. Not to knock it at all. I mean, I like it. And it breaks up sort of where the action was going up until that point, right? But looking back, it does feel a little bit random especially when compared to this Pontu and Revenstone match, because all this has been built up to, right? We've been establishing the story, we've been establishing the relationship between Jacques Pontu and Revenstone, and why they would even be doing this in the first place. I don't know if I really give a particularly great reason for why Jake is put into the Night of Wildcat situation, other than that this is just what Pontu has been doing with the Wildcats. So like I said, it almost only exists for the whole point of just illustrating that Pontu is an asshole. And I think that's, I guess, good enough reason. It's just a little bit tricky to look at it now, looking at this now, right, where we have an action sequence that really comes out of a build up. And I don't know if that's a criticism. It's just thoughts that I'm having, looking back right now and thinking about the way that I've been telling this story. Which is the whole reason why I'm even doing this in the first place, right? It's almost like a debriefing or post-mortem or whatever they call it, where you go back over what you've made, what you've done, and you reassess, see where you succeeded and see where you failed. And for those of y'all who really enjoyed Trailer Park Warlock, I hope that doesn't detract from it. I'm just looking at, for me personally, I'm looking at this process as one where I attempt to be more constructive so that in my future stories, future episodes of Trailer Park Warlock, or whatever else I create after this, I can do it even better, right? So anyway, I think that's all I have to say for today. The only other thing I'll say is there's going to be a lot of purple. I don't know if that's an issue. I like purple. I just remember having some people in an internship complain about overuse of the color purple in comics. And nowadays I'm like, it's kind of underutilized, quite frankly. There's not enough purple. Anyway, that's all I got to say for today. I figure as soon as I'm rambling about the color purple, maybe it's time to move on. Anyway, if you want to follow me on social media, you can do so on Twitter. It's at Matt J. Rainwater. Instagram at Matthew Rainwater. Patreon, it's patreon.com/MattJRainwater. Anyway, until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Hope you're having a good one. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe, give it a like, leave a comment. I will get back to you. I try to answer comments as soon as I can. Anyway, have a good one, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, bye.